The final round of the 2009 Monster Energy Australian Supercross Championship. Welcome to round 7 at the fantastic Cusack Stadium in Brisbane. By far the largest stadium on the tour, 20,000 plus packed stadium here of fans waiting for some hot Supercross action. We're waiting to see whether Chad Reed can take back-to-back Supercross Australian titles this year. He could win the series at this last round. He leads the championship coming into today. It is a huge stadium, 900 metres long track, by far the longest on the series here. 70 metre start line, 59 jumps on the series, 8,500 tonnes of dirt, including a massive sand section as well, all built into the circuit. The most technical circuit on the series so far. All the riders really looking forward to it. However, the big question mark is the weather. It has been raining in training earlier on today, and we're waiting to see what effect that has, because there's a lot of water going on to this circuit. That could affect things hugely. The big disappointment is the non-appearance of James Stewart at this final round, which is a shame because everyone was looking to see the world #1 go up against his nemesis Chad Reed. Stewart not here, but we do have Davey Millsaps, Josh Grant and PJ Larson from the American Series all guesting here, riding along with the Australian regulars as well. So a fantastic event in prospect here. We're looking forward to it. The light series already decided, of course, with Jake Moss having taken the title with 2 rounds remaining. Mossy gone up to the 450 and will ride the open class today, looking to impress before he goes across to America for 2009. Number 33 there is Josh Grant, the American guest rider, who has won his way through to the finals. There's been 2 10-lap qualifying races with the top 9 going automatically through to the finals. Then we had the last chance qualifier where 2 more riders got through. That gives us our format for the Triple Challenge event, which is 3 5-lap races, points awarded for each race, and at the end of the night, the rider with the highest point score is the overall winner. You can see Chad Reed there with the red #1 on the front of that Monster Energy Kawasaki, away at the front in his qualifier. Far quicker than anyone through that rhythm section there, absolutely flying. He's dialed that bike in. Don't forget, he's new to the Kawasaki, only started riding it at the back end of this year after the Supercross season finished in America. Davey Millsaps there, the number 18 factory Honda star, has come over as a guest rider this weekend and is starting to get the hang of things down under here. So Millsaps has been really getting quicker. Of course, we expect him to. Millsaps, one of the top riders indoors and outdoors in America. So he has absolutely been flying. Millsaps, we're expecting him to do something very special. The qualifying heats were pretty hectic out there, that's for sure. As we say, the top 9 from each of the races got through. And then we had the dreaded last chance qualifiers for the final 2 races. But very hectic out there. PJ Larson there, number 27, the other guest rider, the 19-year-old. And there, rider number 2 is Jay Marmot. Jay Marmot, first time out on the 2010 revolutionary new 450 Yamaha. So Marmot adapting to the new bike, just as this man is. But Reed is really using this as practice and set-up time, ready for the all-important January date for Anaheim 1, round 1 of the AMA American Stroke World Supercross Championship, where he will go head-to-head with James Stewart once again. As I said, a packed house here, 20,000 plus, all sold out before the evening as well, so the series has really been getting bigger and better. Welcome back to Brisbane. The crowd are ready to go. The racers are ready to go. The action is going to be red hot. Supercross lights are up first. 3 6-lap races for the Supercross, and the lights 3 5-lap races, but just 5-minute gap between each race. So first up, we have
now down
lights.
here with Luke Stike. Talk about short, fast. Luke Stike, Parramatta, the Quad Challenge. You like these type of races. You took out victory in race number 4.
Yeah, for sure. I like the back-to-back races. I get pretty good starts, and short intensity races suit me a lot better. So we're going to carry it on to today, and we're going to try and get a podium this weekend.
Now, Luke, I tell you what, the track is the longest that we have had. How is your fitness?
Yeah, for sure. The fitness is not too bad. If I just concentrate and breathing all night, and my fitness should be fine. I just got to get the whoop on top of the whoops and just race my own race. You know, don't worry about the other boys, but just race my own race should be good.
All right, race your own race in front of 26,000 people. The hype is big on the start line. It's going to be big at home. Get out of the couch. This, race number 1.
As the man says, race number 1, 26,000 people are going to watch this race number 1. Lawson Bopping took final 1 from Kyle Cunningham, Ryan Marmont and Kurt Gibbs rounding out the top 4. Rest of the riders going through right down the order, but it's we're gearing up race 2 now. The Lights Championship, as we say, all sewn up already because Matt Moss is already on the Makita Suzuki, has already won that championship, and he is riding the open class this time. So these riders are going for the minor places in the championships, but they want the podium here tonight in front of this awesome crowd. So here we go, Lights class again. Just a 5-lap race, race 1. Here we go, Lights. That was the qualifiers, the race 1 coming up now. 70-metre start. There they go. It's relatively short, but it's a long circuit, this one. As we say, it's 900 metres long, so the longest one that we've come across for sure. You can hear the crowd getting behind the riders already at this early stage. Loads of jumps, 59 jumps, massive amount on here already as the riders stream through. And it is Luke Stike out in front, the number 26. Luke Stike, the Australian under-19 champion for 2009. So the privateer rider is out there from New South Wales on the Yamaha. So Luke Stike out in front here, race 1. You can see the circuit. It's a big indoor circuit, this one. Can match anything you see in America. That's why the Americans have come over here for a bit of practice to sharpen their skills up. So Stike on the Lights class. These are the 250cc machines, don't forget, 4-stroke bikes, but only 250s. The Supercross class is the big fire-breathing 450s, but these ones much lighter, much easier to handle around the circuit on the tight, twisty turns here. So Stike across the line, but he's getting caught already. You can see they're going through. He's getting close. Kyle Cunningham it is who's coming up behind Stike now. So Kyle Cunningham on the Serco Yamaha, riding number 9 there on the blue machine. In second, makes a move on the inside. He came across Stike there and just ruined Stike's momentum. Now Stike's got problems because Ryan Marmont, the number 3, is now pushing hard in 3rd place at the moment. So check out Ryan Marmont in 3rd place as he tries to make a move on Stike. But at the front, Kyle Cunningham has got through there and is starting to move away. But look in the foreground of your picture, Ryan Marmont is all over the back of Luke Stike, and Lawson Bopping on the Suzuki is in amongst it as well, riding 3:38 on that yellow Suzuki. 4th place at the moment as another lap gets clicked off. At the front, Kyle Cunningham is there. So look out. Let's see what they got to say down on the ground.
But down here on the track, unfortunately, the Serco Yamaha rider Kurt Gibbs in the background here in enormous amounts of pain. It is a collarbone, guys.
Well, that's...
There's a typical Supercross accident, collarbone gone. These guys make it look very easy, but if you crash, you do come down hard. Meanwhile, Kyle Cunningham leads from 3:38. Lawson Bopping on the Shift Suzuki in 2nd place. There he goes under the Monster Energy Bridge on the last lap now of this race 1. There, 3:38 in the foreground. Ryan Marmont 2nd, but at the front, it is Kyle Cunningham who takes the win on the number 9 Serco Yamaha. So Cunningham, the American guest rider, Kyle Cunningham, another one over for a bit of practice. He takes the win. Lawson Bopping, Ryan Marmont and Luke Stike faded down to 4th place. But the privateer rider, a good day for him. He'll be put 4th for Stike. Further down, Brendan Harrison, Luke Arbin, Danny Anderson as the rest of the riders go through. That was race 1 of the Lights class. Let's see what happens in race 2. As we say, just 5-minute gap between these races, and the clock starts ticking immediately the winning rider crosses the line. So there really is no time at all for anything. The riders have to rush straight across to the start line, ready to go for race 2. So they rush across, get their place on the line, quick drink, and they are off again. And then at the end of the evening, the points are added up and we see who is the winner. So straight away, the riders back online. Who's going to get the gate this time? Quite a short start straight, only 70 metres this time in this Cusack Stadium, Brisbane. The last round, the much anticipated final round. Look at a fantastic stadium here. And the crowd have a perfect view. Down on the first turn, this time has gone Marmont. Marmont to number 3. He got hooked up on the first turn, so he's right at the back of the pack and has got a heap of work to do to come through. At the front, let's see who it is. It is the number 12, Brendan Harrison, on the North Star Yamaha. So Yamaha's having a good night so far. They took victory in race 1, they're leading race 2. So Brendan Harrison, riding number 12 there, he's out in front. Look, that's a good gap he's got at the moment. A big gap for Supercross. Cade Mozig on the Motrex KTM running second at the moment. But not for long. Not for long, because Luke Arbon has gone second on the official Kawasaki Racing Team machine there. Luke Arbon, 121 on the green Kawasaki in your foreground. So Mossig has gone back to third at the front. Brendan Harrison's running away with things by courtesy of that fantastic start that he got. There is our second man, 121, Luke Arbon from Queensland. Lap 2. The order starting to change now, you can see. Riders are starting to move through the order, and that is our man, that is number 3, Ryan Marmont, starting to come back through the pack. We saw him struggle on the first turn. Oh, he is hanging it out though, isn't he? You can see that. He's not holding anything back at all. Number 9 in your foreground as well. Kyle Cunningham, the man who won race 1. Kyle Cunningham flying through there. Cunningham is really going for it, you can see. But at the front, Brendan Harrison, it just shows how important the start is. Harrison got out of the gate, disappeared at the front, and had a relatively easy ride round and cruise mode at the front. Lap 4 out of the 5. So Brendan Harrison, another Queenslander out in front.
I tell you
The circuit, absolute prime condition at the moment.
Fast, and faster than anyone has seen him ride before. He is from Brisbane. Now, as he is out in front there, Kyle Cunningham is coming. Now, you want to see how far in front he is. Here comes Brendan Harrison now on the triple. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang! There he is! That is how far Brendan Harrison is, with 1 lap to go in front.
Into the combo section for the last time.
Well, there we go, the old-fashioned timing method, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but basically he's a long way in front. So the last lap, Brendan Harrison cruising round to take victory here in race 2 of the finals of the lights class. He celebrates, so Harrison, another Queenslander. The Queenslander's having a good night tonight. He takes victory. Second place, it is Kyle Cunningham, the American rider. And in third, we're looking for Luke Arbon. There he is on the Kawasaki, the second Queenslander. So Brendan Harrison pleased with his work, but you haven't got time to celebrate too much, boy. You've got to get on the start line for race 3. Over the line he goes. So 2 heats down, 2 finals down. We move on to 3 in the next couple of minutes.
Well, everyone is grabbing an umbrella, and luckily for me, I left mine at home. Guys, got to tell you down here, lightning, the biggest lightning storm I've ever seen is happening over the back of the grandstand, and the raindrops that are falling are the size of probably a Jaffa. Coming down here now, Brendan Harrison, no, he is pumped. He said, I can do it in the dry, let it rain, let's do it in the wet.
Do it in the wet, I tell you.
Well, doesn't it make you glad that you're sat at home in the cold, in the warm and comfort, not out in the cold and the wet with the rest of the people there? The rain really is coming down now in big gobs, and it's going to make a huge difference to the circuit, as you can imagine. Well, this is going to change things. Definitely, it's going to change things completely around. 2 races down, another 2 to go it's going to make an awful lot of difference. The riders haven't got any time to make any preparations or adjustments, as we say. Only 5 minutes between the races, so they're straight out on the line. So they're going to have to adapt to these changing conditions. Those lucky enough to have an umbrella are sheltering underneath. The rest are having to put up with it, because you can see, look at the rain pounding down. It's Australia, it's springtime, but it's raining as we go to the line for race 3 of the Pro Lights class. Now then, the riders aren't going to stay that clean for long, we can tell you that one, as they head off into the first turn. It's slippery out there now. It's an entirely different game altogether now, as the gate is about to drop. Get ready, there they go. Into the first turn. Now it's slippery, don't forget. A lot, very slippery. Let's see what happens. Anyone down? Well, they've all managed to get through cleanly at the moment by the looks of things. Through the rhythm section they go. Let's see what's happening. Lawson bopping, it is out in front. You can see the rain. It's absolutely pouring down here at the moment. Vision is going to be a big problem for these boys as well. The goggles are going to get covered in muck and dirt. Hopefully they've got some tear-offs on there. But don't forget, they didn't know this was coming. It's dead dry before this, and all of a sudden the heavens have absolutely opened. Lawson bopping from New South Wales on the shift modal Suzuki is out there in front. Another Suzuki rider hits the ground. There is number 12, Brendan Harrison, winner of race 2, running 3rd at the moment. Harrison, you could see him there with his left foot just changing a gear. 3rd lap of the 5. They're a lot slower through the rhythm section now, as you can see. 3:38, Lawson bopping it is who leads. What a great name that is. The New South Wales resident. Well, it's not slowing him down that much, is it? His lap times are still 1:15s, which is a long lap for Supercross, that's for sure. But bopping on the 2010 fuel-injected Suzuki, the new machine, is out there and giving it a winning debut here. So Lawson bopping, cruising round. Final lap for him. He's got himself a good lead. Kyle Cunningham sits 2nd at the moment as they go through, and Ryan Marmont there, but let's check them out as they go through. This is race 3, as we said. Lawson bopping leading. Kyle Cunningham is in 2nd place at the moment, with Brendan Harrison pushing to get 3rd. But it's been all about this man. Again, the start, so important. He got out of the gate nice and cleanly and has just ridden out the race. But behind him, there's all sorts going on. It is still raining. The circuit at the moment is okay, but it won't stay like that for long with the amount of water that is going down. The poor spectators are absolutely getting soaked in the stands there. But on the final lap, Lawson bopping, he'll be happy with this one. Round the sweeper, there's a tough block in the middle of the circuit, you could see there, but he managed to skirt round that one successfully. Being very careful, because it's mighty slippery out there now. Puddles starting to appear, as you can see. There has been a huge amount of rain go down. It really has. The heavens have opened here. But bopping, well, not celebrating too much as he goes round, but having a look at the crowd. He goes under the Monster Energy Bridge and takes victory in the 3rd final. He shakes his head. Well, what's it going to make of the weather soon? Kyle Cunningham on the Serco Yamaha takes 2nd. Brendan Harrison 3rd, and Luke Steik in front of Luke Arbon. This is the aggregate scores after 3 races. Cunningham from bopping, Harrison and Steik. That's the order, but it's pretty close, as you can see. That's the cumulative points after 3 races so far. So there we have it. That was the final race of the 3 of the Triple Challenge. So they just got through the rain, but the Supercross boys are going to have to deal with the awful conditions now. The lights class, well, they just saw the back end of that, but you can see, look at the colour of the sky, and in the corner you can see the rain across the floodlights there. It is still tipping down, absolutely tipping down. There's your order, the top 3. The Suzuki man, Lawson bopping. Kyle Cunningham there as well. So there we have it. There are the Pro Lights riders, but they're not hanging about. Look at them. They want to get out of that rain for sure, and the mechanics do as well. But championships, Matt Moss had it all sewn up. Kyle Cunningham came in second in front of Bopping and Ryan Marmont in fourth. But Matt Moss had everything sewn up before the last 2 rounds. So he is the champion before he heads off across to America on the 450 class, riding the factory Suzuki, the Rockstar Suzuki, alongside the factory team there in the USA for Supercross and outside. We're going for a quick break now. We're going to be coming back for the 450 Supercross class. Stay with us. Brisbane, final round 2009 Australian Supercross Championship here at the Cusack Stadium. We're now having the Supercross series, the 450 machines, and look at the weather. And it's had an effect already. The triple challenge, which should be 3 7-lap races, has been cut to 3 5-lap races now because the circuit is deteriorating and everybody is getting very, very wet out there. The championship will be decided tonight. Final one will be coming up very soon. But as I say, Chad Reed going for his second Australian Supercross title on the bounce to go with his 2009 AMA Outdoor Series Championship. So to finish his year off nicely and to give himself a winning debut on the Rockstar Kawasaki now. Matt Moss is out there, as we say, guest riding again. Troy Carroll, the Australian motocross and supercross legend and multi-time champion, is retiring tonight. This is his last race before he hangs up his boots for good. So Troy Carroll looking to have a good race. We're ready to go. Race 1 of the finals. It's pouring. There's mud out there. They need a good start. There is Reed, dead centre, as you can see, with the big red number 1 in place. And then he gets to the inside and he just takes everybody out as he slides across, leaving nowhere else for anyone to go. Reed has got through to the front. And second place, it's Jay Marmont by the looks of things. Marmont, first time out on the 010 Yamaha. The new machine. Is that Millsaps on the Honda getting through in third place? But Reed, he knows what he's got to do. He knows the conditions. You can see he's got a visor taped to the front of his helmet visor there, an extra visor just to keep the mud out of his eyes. Well, he's not going to get much of that out in front where he is. Marmont running second at the moment. 18 is Davey Millsaps, the factory Honda rider guesting from America over there. Daniel Reardon, 122. Reardon second place in the championship, 15 points behind Reed coming into today. So Reardon goes second. Reardon goes second. Josh Grant way down the order, the other American rider who tweaked his knee in training and practice earlier on today, so he's suffering a bit. Marmont there, the 122 rider. He's having a good day, as we say, second in the championship at the moment. 26-year-old from Wollongong, the same place as Troy Corser, of course. So Reardon having a great time. Sorry, the 23-year-old from Queensland. Let's get it right. Reardon, the Queenslander. So he's at the Reed. You just saw a flash of green. There is Chad Reed out in front, but Reardon's pushing him. Reardon's getting close, and there's Matt Moss. Mossy there on the Suzuki. Mossy, as we say, already crowned the Lights champion. And look at him go through the rhythm section. Absolutely flying. He is hanging it out. He wants to put it across the rest and show everyone what he can do. He will be racing against Reardon and against Millsaps and against Grant and, of course, up against Reed in 2010 on the AMA Supercross Series. So he's going to be in amongst these boys, but he's up to the 450 machine, still adapting to that. He will be riding alongside Ryan Dungey on the Makita Factory Suzuki squad in the US. So Matt Moss really is predicted to be the next big thing out of America, but he's got to beat that man. He is undoubtedly the number 1 at the moment. He's leading the series, got a comfortable lead. Look how careful he's being, whereas Mossy is just hanging it out on that Suzuki. The youngster, the 19-year-old from New South Wales. Reed looks across. He knows he's there. Reed just adjusting his clutch mid-air there. You could see he just took his left hand off the bars momentarily. The cleanest man on the circuit there, Chad Reed. Everyone else is covered in mud. Reedy at the moment is relatively clean with his white Thor gear there on that monster Kawasaki, the factory machine, where Kawasaki are pinning their hopes that he will put it across James Stewart. Stewart, who was meant to be here, but had some problems in Paris with food poisoning, so he decided to go home and not make the long trip. Last lap of the first of the 3 races. Chad Reed out in front and looks as though he's going to bring it home for Kawasaki. Reed, as we say, co-promoter of the series, so he's got a foot in both camps here. He's riding and promoting here. He's really pleased with the way the series have gone. There's been a massive turnout of people to come and watch the series. So Reed, immaculately clean at the front there, everyone else plastered. Reed from Moss, Daniel Reed in 3rd. Millsaps did bring it home in 4th place on the Honda. So there we have it, Marmont in 5th, Cam Taylor, another one who's finishing tonight and retiring, coming to the end of his career. PJ Larson, the youngster from America, first time riding a Yamaha ever, down the order there. So don't forget, 2 more races to go, just 5 laps each and 5-minute gap between the races. Troy Carroll on his last race before he retires, down in 14th, but well, he's had his days, won loads of championships. He's just having fun out there tonight. Josh Grant, unfortunately, out of the order there with that damaged knee. Race 2, and look at the mud. You can see the riders haven't had any chance to clean themselves or their bikes, just a fresh pair of goggles, and away they go. The gate drops. 5-lap sprint yet again. Down that 70-metre start, Reed gets inside. Look how slick it is, though, and slippery. Unbelievable. Reed was saying that how good his Dunlop tyres are. Brock Glover, the American legend who now works for Dunlop, has actually flown out here with some special tyres for Reed. Oh, Moss goes down. Moss goes down with Daniel Reardon. So Moss and Reardon both go down. Well, well, well. Unbelievable action already in this heat too. Look at that. Unbelievable stuff already. But Reed, well, he's looking to go through at the front. He is looking to go through. Jay Marmont leading at the moment. But here's the action. Watch on the inside. Watch, there's Matt Moss on the Suzuki. Well, he had nowhere to go, and then Reardon just sort of gave him a nudge, and that was it. They both went down. The front wheels went on this slick, wet earth there, and that was it. But Reed looking to triple past Marmont. That's his best buddy as well. Jay Marmont and Reed are good buddies. Marmont, of course, who unfortunately lost his baby daughter just before the Canberra race, but he still went on to take victory in that one. An emotional victory as Reed goes through on the inside. That's it. Runs him out of the way. A clean pass, but pretty firm. You knew that there was only going to be one winner of that battle. Look how slick it is as they get the power down coming out of the turns. Lap 3, Reed's there, but 2nd place. Marmont hasn't given up, has he? As we set out on the revolutionary rearward facing engined Yamaha there, the one with the exhaust pipe comes out the back of the cylinder head, not the front. Oh, whoa. Now I think Marmont could have been a bit more aggressive there. He could have just run Reed out, I think, but Reed, well, he stuck it to him in the end, and that's it. That could be the race all over, because Reed has kept his momentum up and he is running away for another 20-point maximum in this race. There is Millsaps. Davey Millsaps is starting to get the hang of the mud here. The number 18 factory Yamaha Honda rider. There he is. Millsaps, well, he's looking to make a move now on Marmont. It's not going to be long. Millsaps, of course, as I say, who really is expected to be up and amongst it this year with the Supercross Series, the 21-year-old from Florida. Millsaps, who finished 8th in the Supercross Championship this year, but he's making a move through. Yeah, Millsaps goes through exactly the same as Chad Reed. Copybook pass there by Millsaps on Marmont. So Millsaps goes 2nd, but on the 4th of the 5 laps, I think he's maybe left it a bit late to do anything about Chad now, unless Chad makes some mistakes. The Woodstock Honda there of Davey Millsaps in 2nd place. But it is all about Reed. You can see there is 1 and 2 in your picture. The number 1 of Chad Reed, Monster Kawasaki, and the Red Bull Honda in 2nd place of number 18, Davey Millsaps. The final lap of heat number 2, and Chad is going for a maximum. 40 points on the board for him if he brings it home at the moment, but Millsaps is pushing right to the end. Davey Millsaps, look how fast he is through there. Over the big triple they go. Clear that with ease, but it is. Chad Reed looks behind just to see where Millsaps is. So the two AMA Stars bring it home 1 and 2. Jay Marmont comes home in 3rd place on the Rockstar Yamaha. But that is Matt Moss, unfortunately. Mossy went down hard, very, very hard in the rhythm section on the Suzuki. He was hanging it out. He was on the edge all night long, and he has gone down in a big way, and that doesn't look good.
Matt Moss has just yelled out to me, Gary, I want an interview. This is great television. Matt Moss, you are flat on your back, holding your neck. You seem to be in good spirits, though.
How fast was I going?
I tell you what, good luck in America, because you are absolutely flying.
All right, Lee, we're going to take...
Well, a brave man there, Matt Moss, though. That doesn't look good. He's got the neck brace on. 2 races down, 1 more to go tonight on the Supercross series, so stay with us. So race 3, the final race of the evening, the final race of the championship. Chad Reed going for that championship victory to make it 2 Australian Supercross championships on the bounce and make it a fantastic 2009. Reed on a maximum points, 40 points after 2 races. Millsap sits 2nd in front of Marmont, and Daniel Reardon 2nd in the championship coming into tonight. The rain is still pouring down. The circuit is getting slicker and more difficult, but it's all the cards are in Chad Reed's hands at the moment. 2 victories out of 2 races tonight, the final race of the series and of the evening. Will he end up on the top step of the podium and the championship? Well, he looks as though he may do. Troy Carroll, this is his last race before he retires down there. The number 3 rider. There he is, Troy Carroll. Well, an emotional race for him. It's the last one before he retires from a checkered career. His mechanic shakes his hand. Jay Marmont, the number 2, next to Reedy, and Daniel Reardon, 122. Reardon, the only one realistically who can stop Reed winning the championship. But, well, let's see. It'll all count on the start. Look at the mud, you can see again. Millsap's on the inside gate, running 18. Here we go, 5 laps. The final one of the series. Millsaps gets a stinker of a start. Absolutely horrible one on the inside. So he's got some work to do for sure. And it's Daniel Reardon. Well, as we say, Reardon's the only one who can take the championship from Reed, and he's got out in front. Reardon riding one. Oh, look at this though. Absolute carnage going into that first turn. And look at Reed. Look at Reed through the rhythm section there, the sandy section. Absolutely flying from 5th to 2nd, just as easy as that. And he goes straight into 2nd place now. Reardon has now got problems because the big red number 1 is bearing down on him now. Chad Reed, 27 years old now. The man who, 2-time AMA and World Supercross champion, the man who won the Outdoor Series this year, decided to run the Outdoor Series and ended up running away with it. But look at Millsaps. Millsaps had that horrible start where he was last off of the gate, and already he is through to 3rd place. Millsaps is charging. Millsaps absolutely charging on the guessing on the Woodstock Honda this weekend. There he is with that familiar number 18. Davey Millsaps, the 21-year-old from Florida.
Sound that's the last race. Look at the battle.
In Florida.
Chad Reed has still got it, but boys, holy cow, that was close. Chad Reed is flying. He's being tactical and he's picking his spot.
On the inside, looks like...
Reed looks as though he's making a move. Reardon's down there he is, but Reed, look at this. Here we go. This is Chad Reed down the inside. He's going to fire across the inside. Look at that. You could see that coming. Oh, and he pulls a clicker off just to signal to Daniel Reardon there. That's it. That's the way it's done, boy, as he goes through there, and he just pulls off a clicker as he went past there. How cool was that? Chad Reed, the man on course to take back-to-back Supercross championships down here in Australia, as well as promoting the series. What a happy man. The series has been fantastic, and he's just about to win it as well. Millsaps now looking to line up Reardon. Under the Monster Energy bridge they go. Millsaps cuts inside, tries to get the power down, but look how slick it is. Millsaps has got past this time though. Well, Reardon did his best, but it's so slick out there. Don't forget, these are 450 machines. There's a lot of power going through that back tyre this time, but Reid is just disappearing at the front. Lap 3 of the 5, the final of the Triple Challenge here in Brisbane. And Reedy, the cleanest man out on circuit. Well, what a way to win the championship with a maximum 60-point haul. Another lap and a half to go, but who's going to stop him? Millsaps. He's got the speed, but can he get up amongst Chad Reid this time? Reid so fast through that section there, absolutely on the straight through there. He has got to be full of confidence, ready for Anaheim 1 in January, round 1 of the World Supercross Series. Reid versus Stewart. That's the way it's going to be built. He starts to celebrate on the last lap, Chad Reid. It is going to be 60-point maximum haul and a championship. What a good day at the office for Chad Reid. Here he comes across the line. He's going to go under the Monster Energy Bridge for the final time. He's celebrating round this last lap, and listen to the reception he's getting from the hometown crowd. Chad Reid, he's beaten the American guest riders here. He's shown everybody the way. Listen to the reception. The rain hasn't dampened their enthusiasm. Reid celebrates victory tonight and the championship as well. Number 1, he's going to hang on to that red plate and the number 1 for another year. Chad Reid. What a brilliant race from him. Millsaps did bring it home second, and Daniel Reardon on the second Woodstock Honda in third place. But Chad Reid, well, nobody could get near him tonight, even in these horrible conditions. Brilliant, brilliant evening for Chad Reid.
Well, boys, down here, I've got to grab him. I've got to be the first to say, Troy Carroll, congratulations on what a career it has been. And from everyone here at Super X, all your fans, everyone at home, what a career it has been. How do you feel? It is all over.
It's great, you know. I did what I had to do in these races. I sort of knew I wasn't fast enough. We had a new direction with building the race team. I come out this year to turn laps, keep the team going, and do what I had to do. And I just, thanks to every single one of my fans out there, everyone who supported me over the 25-year period that I've been racing bikes, and a big shout out to everyone. You know, I can't thank everybody enough.
Well, he is out over. Well, there you go. That's Troy Carroll's finish to his career, but Chad Reid, well, he's on top of his game, that's for sure. 60-point maximum. Millsaps, Marmont and Reardon. That's the top 4 tonight here in Brisbane. But the championship was all about Chad Reid. Brilliant ride for him, and as we say, top of his game as he heads back across to America for a packed Supercross season over there. He's dialed the Kawasaki in now. James Stewart and the others will have seen this, and I'm sure they will be just a little bit worried. Matt Moss, unfortunately, has a back injury, so he won't be making his debut in America in January, which is a shame for the young hotshot. So the crowd had a brilliant night here in Brisbane.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Monster Energy Kawasaki 2009 Super X champion, Chad Reid. Well, Chad, congratulations. You have had an absolute ball. Not all went to plan the first couple of rounds sorting out the new bike, but tonight, clinical, and it just looked fast.
Oh man, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody at Monster Energy and Kawasaki. All the guys at Dunlop since Parramatta. We've had some amazing tires, and I'm so excited for the new year. And like you said, you know, we all have our ups and downs, and that's what makes racing fun. You know, if it was easy every weekend, you know, there would be no reason to do it. So these guys stepped it up this year. We had bigger and better tracks. They had better riders, and Davey and Josh Grant coming out the last one was awesome. So great series, and I was glad to be a part of it.
Well, he's dead right. It has been a great series, that's for sure. It's been getting better and better. The crowds have turned out in their thousands to see it. This has been the best of the bunch for sure. Chad Reid is the 2009 Australian Monster Energy Supercross champion. What a way to finish the year off for him. 2 championships, Outdoor AMA and Australian Supercross Championship. So a brilliant year for Reed and a good debut for his new team, the Monster Kawasaki squad. A championship for them already as they head into the American Series. Everyone celebrates now. They will have just a couple of weeks off before that January date. So Chad Reed is the champion, Daniel Reed and Jay Marmon, and Ty Simmons, the privateer, in 4th place in the championship. That was it after 7 rounds of the series. We've gone all over Australia, across to Hamilton in New Zealand, and then back to Australia for the final round. 2010 is going to be bigger and better, that's for sure. They promised that, so we're looking forward to that one already. Cameron Taylor, he won't be there next year. He's retiring down there in 8th position, as is Troy Carroll, who finished 11th. So good luck to them in their new careers, but it's been fantastic here. The series has been brilliant, and it's all been about this man. How happy is he? As we say, 2010 is going to be bigger and better, and we're looking forward to that already because it's been a wonderful season so far and a great series. So there you have it. I'm Roger Warren. Hope you've enjoyed this evening's racing, and I look forward to seeing you again in 2010 for the Australian Supercross Series and more motocross here on Eurosport 2.